Now, joining me is Peter Mshikilwa, President of eSports Federation of Tanzania. Welcome, Peter. How does it
Thank you
feel
very
to
much.
be at Sigma
It is,
2026?
it is all a pleasure being at Sigma, connecting with people, networking. Yeah.
Fantastic. We're happy to have you. Now, Peter, with the new national esports bodies emerging in Africa and joining with international federations, what legal and regulatory frameworks are most important for supporting sustainable esports growth?
Yeah, basically, esport, what I can say in a nutshell, there is no specific legal framework which is dedicated to esport. But again, the emerging and the establishment of esport federation have now come to fill that gap. Uh, Despite of not having the legal framework which cater for esport, at least now each esport from different countries are coming up with regulations, at least now to monitor in terms of illegal tournaments, challenge of on integrity and the age fraud and some of the stuff.
Fantastic. And what would you say are the main challenges investors and stakeholders face when navigating tax regulations across emerging markets, especially in the esports markets in specifically East Africa?
Yeah, basically what I can say, tax is a policy issue. So, and it all depends with priority between countries and countries. So we don't have a uniform tax regime. And with the emerging market of esport and gaming, cut across different countries, and especially on online platform. So that is the main challenge because I find it because we don't have a uniform tax regime, but also priority between countries. So solution could be collaboration between countries. We do understand company A can have office in country C or country D. So the main issue should be focused on the issue of collaboration between countries.
Fantastic. And what can governments and legal structures do to be strengthened and to protect athletes, sponsors, and right holders in both traditional sports and esports?
I think is to have robust frameworks which will entails how players are protected. I, being as a gaming lawyer, we do have a lot of issues when it comes to protection. So, but also for regulators, it is high time now to come up with the programs of self-awareness to both players, but also to operators.
Great. And finally, what role should dispute resolution and arbitration mechanisms play in building confidence among international partners and protecting commercial interests in fast growing sports and industries?
Yeah, for me as a court of arbitration for sports arbitrator, I would encourage, and that is my whim, to see regulators and coming up with a dispute mechanism platform. We have seen the current established legal framework in Kenya, which has highlighted and introduced the dispute mechanism to protect players, but also to address the issue of integrity. So my takeaway should be on the regulators, the stakeholders should now have a clear legal framework for dispute mechanism.
Fantastic. We can't wait to see more collaboration within esports federations in East Africa.
Yeah.
And we also can't wait to see what Esports Federation of Tanzania will be doing. Thank you
Thank you.
again for joining us at Sigma Africa this year.
Thank you very much for having me.